Hey there, treasure hunters. Rhadamant here. Thank you for tuning in to Ostranauts, episode 28, Unlocked and Loaded. Alright, let's try the ships around here. Worth keep the knife? No. No. Most weapons are not worth much at all, unless it's like a katana. Or other weapons I won't mention for spoiler reasons. Firearms can be worth stuff, but even then, the effort it takes to restore bladed weapons and firearms often don't pay for themselves, because you have to use a whole lot of like cloths to restore them, and it takes a long time, and then the money that they sell for is pretty garbage for the effort. So like that revolver that we restored took, I don't know, like 15 in-game minutes to restore, and it sold for about the cost of like a turbo pump, which would take like 1 minute to restore, to put it in perspective. So I'm always thinking like that, is this worth our time? Because you have to pay for your salvage licenses, time is money. And also I have to pay the salary for Megan, so time is money, and things that require a long time to restore aren't often worth the money. Ooh, we are thrust. Yeah, there we go. Fix that. Our thrust throttle was as if we were hauling a lot of junk, which we are not. You were thinking of keeping for defense? I mean, we have a cutlass. Crowbars are like pretty decent for defense as well. As I said before, often it's a fight of who can poke holes in the other person's suit the fastest, which is to say screwdrivers, just like plain old unpowered screwdrivers, tend to be pretty... Oh my god! Yeah! Oh, money, money, money. Okay. What's going on? Why is there Atmo in this ship? It was very recently abandoned. Packaging? Meat product. Yeah, I'm not touching that. So this little ship here is gonna make us some bucks. Some big boku bucks. We might be able to buy the ship of our dreams, selling everything that we find here. Good time to save? Yeah, I think so. Ooh, damn. More Ossifex? Ossifex is like 5k a pop to purchase. It's expensive. We have 18 specialty cargo. Yeah. Fixing those is slow, but now that Megan can move around without shoes on, she can help to expedite the process. Plus, I don't have to necessarily sit at port. What I can do is I can just like keep looting while we passively repair those if she's on duty and I'm like piloting or whatever. So I'll try to repair these things effectively. Also, cryo tank, capacitor. Yeah, we have fusion parts here. Core pump. Let me rotate these batteries to try to get power onto the... Oh my god! It's even more! Oh, damn! Okay. How about use this ship? I would never in my wildest dreams be able to afford it. Pick up. Install reverse. Yeah, this is my first full 36er. This series. This is as valuable as a ship can get. Like the only thing that could make this more valuable if there was a fully intact fusion here, which would be absurdly unusual. So this is our other laser array. We needed 2 of them. All right, so in terms of fusion things, we have the field coils, we have the core system, we have the MHD, we have 2 pellet feeders, because I don't want just 1, I want 2. We have the fuel regulator, we have the laser capacitor, and now this is the second laser, because I want 2 of them. We have the cryo pump, the cryo tank, the heavy water tank, and 2 helium tanks. So the only thing left for me to find is like 2 or 3 more helium tanks. Or possibly even buy them, given, you know, how wealthy we are about to become. So that's the wish list. The long and short of the wish list. I think what I'm gonna do is strip the fusion parts off of this and then wake Megan up to help to task Megan with pulling things from this ship too, so that I have 2 people doing it. This is definitely a situation where I need more hands on deck. Where did that go? Is that on the dolly? Yeah, I don't want it on the dolly. Alright, the only thing left that I haven't picked up yet is the core pump. Minus, of course, the oh wow, there's an even intact door. Oh, there might be tanks in here. I bet there is. Yep, helium tank. Nice! That's 3 of potentially 4 or 5. Oh, this is just everything coming up Millhouse. Oxygen cans aren't bad either. Is there like a CO2 scrubber here? No, I wouldn't get that lucky. Steel boot, thank you for the resub. Yeah, this is going to get annoying. Alright, so before I... Oh, there's another door. Before I go... Oh, that's a weird way to uninstall. What are you doing? Open and closing, open and closing. Before I go for the cargo pods, I want to pull everything else off. So there was just the core pump, I think. And then I haven't checked all the way down there. It looks like it's just a thruster. Yep. So now what I'm doing is I'm uninstalling the walls that we'll need to take out to be able to quickly get to these pods. And then I'll activate Megan. Sounds like she's a robot. M3G4N. Alright, so here's what I want to do. Megan. You're gonna have to hold your poo. Sorry. Maybe I'll let you freshen up before we start. No, okay, whatever you're doing. Oh, we aren't near the Sabbath. Okay, that's good. Megan. Inventory. And freshen up. Alright, tools. Charge sucks, so let's swap that battery out. helmet on. Roster, disembark, airlocks. So here's what I want to do. I want her to be uninstalling the cargo pods, and then I'll haul them and stack them on the ship. So if I auto task her, she's just going to go to each cargo pod and uninstall them for me. So here she goes, doing exactly what I asked her to do. And then while she uninstalls them, I will drag them to where they need to be. And I guess I'll... So we can also look in them, like this one's empty. I generally don't check if they have stuff in them, because I've quite honestly, like, never found stuff in them. Empty, empty, empty. Oh, no, there's consumer goods in this one. But, like, 6 kilograms of consumer goods, so... I could go to the effort to sell them the goods, but, like, to be frank, it's probably not going to be worth it. Given the cost of the cargo pod itself, which is worth a whole lot more. Cancel task, uninstall. Okay, there we go. Pick up. This is going to be one giant stack of trash. But as you can see, having a second crewmate does make this not terrible. Now, one of the other uses for these cargo pods, and this is not how I'm going to design the ship, when you get hit by micrometeorites, cargo pods take multiple strikes, 2 strikes, to get destroyed, whereas walls will get destroyed in 1 strike. So one way to do torch drives to transfer between, like, areas is to line your ship with cargo pods as shielding. Because you, on average, you'll get struck, like, once every, like, 6 to 12 hours. And if you have your ship lined with cargo pods, instead of having to replace walls, which takes materials, you can just restore the pods between each strike. And that will limit the amount of replacement parts, which is nice. Isn't this too much weight for my little ship? No, it should be fine. We have a lot of RCS gas, so I'm not worried at all. That and you can just use your Atmo gas for RCS. So, like, if our intakes go dry, I can just pull tanks out of our atmosphere gases too. The thrusters don't really care what gas you're using to propel. So, if you want to use oxygen as a propulsion, like, go for it. Question you well. I guess what I could do is I could pull you, now that we have all these cargo pods. How should I shield my future fusion ship? Double walls. Cargo. We could sell these specialty cargo pods and then buy cheaper ones. That's not unreasonable either. I could investigate the price to do it that way. Oh, this cargo pod was full of toothbrushes. So it's like, yeah, okay. The consumer goods that we've, like, are dumping out of this is, like, toothbrushes. Big deal. And some packaged meat, maybe. Oh, there was a flask out there? Oh, that's worth grabbing. Flask of pricey. What's weird is its rough value is wrong. Like, totally, utterly wrong. But thank you for noticing the flask. I wouldn't have. And this is definitely my preferred way to deal with large cargo. The NPCs are really good at just auto-task orders for like uninstalls, but they're not good at hauling. So I don't usually have the NPCs do hauling tasks because they don't do it well. So play to the NPC strengths. And my guess is Sleep for Her is going to be canceled so that we can just fast forward repair. What is my... Okay. And the power on my drill's decent. There's how's it fit? I don't know. I'm using an infinite cargo bay of holding. But we're 3/4 done. Just about. Will I keep a few containers for a future ship? Probably not. Not unless it's voted on. I don't intend to try to make money through trade runs. It's not a very time-efficient way to make money. So, keeping cargo pods, which aren't light, by the by. They're pretty heavy. Keeping cargo pods for the giggles is a good waste of fuel. Unless you intend to actually use them. And I didn't sign up to be no trader, so I'm gonna leave them behind. But this was a pretty freshly evacuated ship, I think. Because when we got here, I think there was an atmosphere still on it. Even though it wasn't actually enclosed, which makes no sense, but whatever. So of these 36 cargo pods, I think only one had toothbrushes in it. And maybe a flask. The flask might have actually been in space prior. I'm not sure. So, just goes to show how frequently they have things in them. They're almost always empty, which is why I almost never check. Some of the rooms were airtight? True. Okay, so now she's done uninstalling, so she's just auto-repairing the cargo. Which is phenomenal. Looks like you guys are game for the double walls. Got it. I believe this is the last pod, and I'll do one sweep to make sure I didn't miss anything before pulling away. So there is an antenna that I might want to repair for a future ship. The cryo tank is pretty worthless. I wasn't planning on taking it. Cryo tanks and cryo pumps aren't worth very much. And the time it takes, especially to repair tanks. Tanks are very bulky and big and require a long time to repair. It makes it even less worth it. No, don't draw penises on the bin. Oh, you know why? It's because these pumps were powered, and it was like venting out. That's what's going on. Bunch of missing intakes. When micrometeorites hit your ship, they break whatever's on the edge. So, if a micrometeorite hit my ship, it might break an antenna, it might break a cooler, it might break a thruster. Airlocks are tough enough that they won't break. Or it will break a wall. And if it punches out a wall, it depressurizes. So there was a bit of a thought process. The way I eventually want to build the ship is I want my nav console and sleeping quarters to be in the middle of the ship in its own nested, pressurized area. So that if we do have an outside puncture, whoever's sleeping isn't, in for a bad time. And, we'll get to that when we get to that. All right. Ideally, Megan would not be wearing a suit so she repairs faster. So I'm going to switch everyone out of suits. I probably don't have to adjust my my thrusters because I don't. Okay, we're auto saving. So for those that are like, hey, don't forget to save, we just auto saved, so we're good. God, that was a nice ship. Actually getting to K-Leg from where I am right now is going to be a little challenging, so I think I'll fly to only Kneeling Before Truth, which is actually the ship that we're hoping to buy, just as a waypoint. Crypto fascist was good to us? Yes, it was. Okay, so we have a waypointed ship. Time to just repair. So with Megan out of her suit, she's going to be repairing a little bit faster, which is nice. Cheers. The reason I'm not checking the question mark right next to us is I don't have room for anything right now. We are full up. So full up. Megan looks like a ghost because there's so much stacked stuff here. How am I... There we go. I'm going to change the clip point to my crowbar. It's how am I using my Weber laser while it's in my suit and I'm not holding my suit? I was a little confused there. If you find a shape of a wreck that I'm interested in, wait, what? Other than the distance, is there any indicator of... no. Not unless you see its code. Its call sign or whatever. So, like, we're MAT47. So, you know, these ones out here, I don't know what they are. You just have to figure out from distance. It's really just distance. Oops. Yeah, there we go. Using the wrong person. You worried about a helium lake? I've actually never had one of these large cans rupture. Small cans, sure, but never the large ones. It's not to say I think they're rupture. Ooh, look, I'm leveling up. Over 90%. Oh, that's going to be so nice when I hit 100. So I was only really using the kneeling only before truth as a waypoint to get to K-Leg. So I would know when to turn and burn. And to answer your question that you had before, aren't we overweight? Like, we're still at 0.46 G. And we're nowhere near our throttle max. So, yeah. We are heavy, but, like, not anything close to too heavy. Or massive, I guess. Use the technical term. All right, one sec. So the question I have for you guys is this. Should I repair the specialty cargo pods and buy kneeling? Or keep shopping around? There you go. Put 5 minutes on the board because it's not an urgent thing to resolve, because there's the whole issue of... I think in this case, so that I don't have to spend docking fees, I am going to match speed with K-Leg and just, like, chill out here. As long as we don't have dangerous levels of carbon dioxide buildup on our ship, I don't care too much about docking right now. You know, I might actually get nuked by a buzzby, though. That's actually a very fair point. I'm going to dock just to avoid some other dude docking from slamming into me like a maniac. Because I don't think the costs are too prohibitive. Oh, did I turn off? Yeah, turn off match speed. So if you're matching speed, what you're trying to do is you're trying to basically park. And you don't want to be matching speed while docking, because docking you're trying to approach. You don't. So matching speed is like having your parking brake on, essentially. It's not literally, but you can think of it that way. So matching speed is great when you're trying to stay in the same position with other things, but not when you're trying to dock. The tutorial tells you to put it on right before docking, but not to remove it. Yeah, you definitely should remove it. I don't even use it, almost ever. As I'm sure you've noticed. Alright, let's, if we're paying the docking fees, let's use their CO2 scrubbers at the very least. And a reminder, selling specialty cargo pods, you sell to this kiosk here, the cargo kiosk. Selling to the licensed vendor gives you a significantly lower price. So don't do it. If you want proof of that, what percentage is this? I want it at least 95 plus before I... Yep, it's 96. Okay, so I proved it last stream, but I'll prove it again. If we choose to sell this thing here, it's 14K. Or just about 15K. If we sell up here, it's 23, almost 24K. Don't be stupid. Sell to the right kiosk. Alright, within my barter zone, there is one more like new. Oh, yeah, I'm not gonna do that, because that's not a good price. Screw you, kiosk. Alright, let's pull the laser arrays off of this thing, because I'm keeping them. And let's save too. Time to sell. I think I could probably resolve this poll a little early. It looks like you guys want me to buy the freighter. And, copy that. So once I have my payday, I'll buy the freighter. I'm very happy that we already have 3 helium tanks. That's massive. I really only need one more. I could even go with 3, but like one more makes it comfortable. What else are we pulling off? I'll pull off the other door. Doors are like really expensive to buy, so if you can avoid having to buy doors wholesale, like do it, dude, because they're really, really expensive. I mean, it is essentially like a more or less an airlock, hence the price. All right, buy the freighters have won. Cool. I'll move on that soon. This core pump is actually for sale. Oh, I didn't mean to nest it in the dolly. I'll hold on to the antenna. Oh, we can just... It fits in my hand. Some of this stuff, if we're about to buy the freighter... oops. If we're about to buy the freighter, I'm just going to put back on the ship so that the freighters can be used. So pulling the antenna off actually doesn't make that much sense, because we're going to want to move everything to get the freighter to be able to move. Like, antenna, transponder, RCS, intake, nav, in a minute. Or whenever we're done with this. Alright, so let's sell the things that I want to sell at the kiosk, and then continue restoring. That would be 1 core pump. This needs to get repaired. The aux tanks. I forget if I have a capacitor. The helmet. Both helmets. The suit. And the liner. And the used bottle I'll get rid of. I don't need that. And I'll check on the capacitor. I think we have one. Yeah, I have a capacitor. So I can sell that capacitor too. No, don't drop. obscene things on the kiosk. You Neanderthal. Christ. I'll just drag this over. Makes it a little easier. Money's good. And I think from here on out, I'll move cargo pods one over like this, and then restore them until they're like new condition, which is 95 plus, and then sell them. I will need new batteries soon, though. Well, Megan just does whatever Megan does. I'm not going to micromanage her. Ideally, you just repair up until 95% plus and then sell, but the effort to make sure she's doing that too is just not worth it. Apparently, I have a social life. I don't know how. I've just been minding my own business. Yeah, I've been sleeping with that law enforcement officer. I mean, I did save his life, but the game doesn't, like, kind of account for that. Maybe in the future it will, like rescue missions and the like, answering other people's SOS. Actually, there are SOS calls, but when you just happen upon someone that's obviously in distress, it doesn't, like, count as an SOS call. For whatever reason. What I'm doing is I'm grabbing the ones that are like close to being ready in the stack and restoring it just to get the stack whittled down faster. So if we bought regular loose cargo pods, it's about 10k a pop. Radiation shielded ones are expensive, and the specialty ones are really expensive. I mean, obviously I buy them more expensive than I can sell them. That's how everything works. There is a like new somewhere in here, I just don't know which one it is. I think it's like so deep in the stack I can't even get access to it. Alright, time to swap our batteries out, though. Mine was at 16%. So these are both climate controlled and rad shielded. Whereas regular cargo pods are neither. So it's like, either it's no rad shield, no climate control, rad shield, or both. So that's why they're incrementally more expensive. Thank you for tuning in to Ostranauts, which originally streamed live on Twitch January 11th and January 12th as a marathon, continuing where we left off in the December marathon of Ostranauts as well. If you have any feedback or questions for me, let me know in the comments below. If you'd like to catch a live stream of mine, Rhadamant.com has my stream schedule and countdown timers to upcoming streams. If you would like to join my online gaming community on Discord, Rhadamant.com has a link to it, as does the description of this video. Thank you so very much for tuning in. Special thank you to my Twitch subscribers, Patreon patrons, people that turned out to join in on the marathon, and also viewers like you that support the channel and made it all the way to the credits. Thank you so very much. I hope to catch you next episode or an upcoming stream. Farewell, my fellow astronauts.